Boom.
Chupa, chupa, chupa. Welcome back to 702 Sports on the Sideline, produced and created by Creation for Cause and proud partners of Clark County School District and BGC Sports Network. And I am here at the beautiful Stallone's Italian Eatery on Rancho Road, where Brett Raymer is the owner and soon to be in here. But guess what, good people? I also got my most awesome guests, my brothers. Jamie, ultimate Raven fan. Woo! And Coach Bobby J from around the way.
Hey, now. Yay.
But I got a special guest, and the goosebumps are there because my main man, 50 grand, T-Bone Bonafied is right there. Woo! Yeah. Explosive. So here it is. Bone is going to come on in the second segment and talk about his promotion company, okay, which is awesome. Family member of 702 Sports. But look, let's go into this new segment that I want to sprinkle on everybody, right? Because not only has the weather went down, but the water getting better. And what did we say last week? It's got to be the water.
Got to be.
And the water is everywhere around here. But I'm going to start off with the Rebels, who are 3-0.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
3-0. Had huge upset. Huge. On ESPN, huge upset against Kansas. They were an underdog. They're now 3-0. But here's the skinny about it, fellas. 23-20. And they had 2 interceptions. Held Kansas to 53 yards in the second half. And 3 points in the second half. Fellas, talk about it. Let's talk about it. Jamie, what did you think about the game?
Rebels are off the chain. I didn't see it happening. I didn't see it that way. I actually went on the opposite side. So
I did too.
You know, I was wrong. Sorry, Rebels. I got you going moving forward.
Yep.
Hey, I'd like to say I had them Rebels.
You had the Rebels?
I had them Rebels. Hey, I love that quarterback.
Saluka.
Yes, indeed.
Saluka.
Love that. Hey,
wow.
We salute him.
We salute Saluka.
We salute you, Saluka.
I seen Saluka run. He was in trouble, and he ran like a 25-yard run.
Come on.
Slid and got back up like it wasn't nothing. Like, this guy plays like a vet.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I'm saying? So big up Saluka. And here's the thing. The ball was spreaded around. Wide receiver Ricky White, I don't think he got a tutty, but it was the other receiver that got 1,400 yards, right? That was able to catch 1,400 from last year. So it was like the Rebels are awesome. Next week, they were on the road 3 straight games, and now they have the week off, well-rested week, and they play home opener against Fresno State. Watch out. Watch out. Undefeated, 2 undefeated teams. So, Jamie, what do you think about that? Thank goodness we got a week off, huh?
Good thing we got a week off. Everything else, go fighting Rebels.
I like where you put that with the week off, because, man, I know they're going to be prepared. That coach is doing a great job over there.
Odom?
Yeah, he's doing
Odom.
great. Like, just to speak on that last game, to talk about the play calling and how he set everybody up offensively, defensively, I'm pretty confident they'll be good and prepared for this year.
I'm really surprised, fellas, about the Rebels' defense. Because last year, they were scoring lots of points, but they had to keep that pace up. This year, it's like they in second gear and saying, you know what, we just going to let the game come to us, but we going to come out and be aggressive. Because, like, only Kansas in the Big 12, 53 yards in the second half. That's impressive, but what's most impressive is 3 points in the second half. And the Rebels hasn't given up a game this year over 20. 20, 25 points. So it's like it's in the water. And I think the defense is drinking it. The Saluka drinking it, right? But let's go over to the other upset. And I'm sorry, Jamie. You know, we don't want to come with that. But you know what? I'm sorry. The Ravens just threw it up.
Very
One
much
more
so.
time. They threw it up big time. They had a 10-point lead, fellas, in the fourth. And the one thing I found out about this offensive coordinator you guys got, I have never seen my man Michael Wilbon, right, on the ESPN show. Big ups to Michael Wilbon. He's from Chicago like me. Go, Mike. Here it is. Mike said that offensive coordinator for Ravens, he got to go. If you're not going to run your horse, Derrick Henry, who they just got, you're up 10. If you're not going to make plays for him, then just go. You know what I mean? And you being the ultimate Raven fan, I had the Ravens. Don't get me wrong. But it was like, I still don't know how they lost. But, you know, the Raiders won the game 26-23. If you don't put your foot on the throat, people, to teams and keep them in the game, the team will come back.
Very much so.
Now I'm done with it. Talk about it, Jay.
Ugly loss. I go with the offensive coordinator. I blame him. I also blame Lamar. Lamar, at the end of the day, is the quarterback. He's the reason why he's making all them big old bucks. Takes over 45% of the salary cap against the team. You know,
Wow.
you have to win those games. Lamar has yet to prove himself when he comes on the big stage. Not only that, you know, we're 0-2 ever since the Raiders came to Las Vegas. We've lost to them. So the Raiders are built to beat the Ravens. They have good defense, not much of an offense, but hey, as long as Lamar's giving the ball up, hey, anybody can beat him.
What do you think, Coach Bobby J?
And I'm sorry to say this with you up here, Jamie. I'm tired of the Ravens. I think something has to be done. I think, like he spoke about Lamar, he has to figure it out, or last couple of years will be a wash. You know what I mean? He'll be looking for another team here soon, because I know Harbaugh's a great coach. Yeah. It's in the blood, right?
Yes.
So it's like, you know, they have to figure that out as soon as possible. This is the year where it has to be done.
I agree with you totally. I'd be fine with letting Lamar go if we can't get over that hump. I mean, we have to. I mean, we were built to be an AFC champion team. The Raiders were never talked about that way. And if the Ravens can't figure this out and get better, then basically it's time to blow it up and let's get started somewhere else.
The good thing about this is this. The Raiders will be at home and look forward to this win, because guess who they play? The Carolina Panthers.
Don't send those rolling in down.
Who the Panthers just benched Bryce Young. So the 0-2 Panthers come here to the Dome, to the Death Star. You don't know the power of the dark side. Big up to my man Vader. Vader, say that again. You don't know the power of the dark side. James L. Jones, R.I.P. Love you, brother. We didn't say that last week, but to the voiceover of James L. Jones, passed away last week. My biggest fan. I am his biggest fan. But let's go on to this right here. There is a monster that's roaring. The monster is the GOAT. And the GOAT is here in LV. Who is that? Nah, it ain't Tom Brady. Who is that? Nah, it ain't Tom Brady again. It is Asia Wilson! Yes!
Ballin'!
Yes! Asia Wilson, pure player. Double P, pure player. What did she do? She broke the record. 1,000 points. 1,000 points on Sunday. Not only, it wasn't against a scrub team, it was against a good team. She had 29 points against who? The Connecticut Sun, who's second in the East. Like, incredible. The Aces won 84-71. But Asia not only got the 1,000 points, Jamie, Bobby, number 1 in blocks, number 1 in rebounds. Now they're not third in the West no more. They're second in the West, and we coming. We are coming for the three-peat. Three-peat. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Let's go. Three-peat. She had 29 points in the game. No, again, these are like Bill Russell numbers, right? Coach Bobby J, you coach basketball. You get any player, Little League, AAU, who has achieved the accolades like she did. Talk about it, brother.
Man, off top, shout out to Asha Wilson. She's pushing the game on in an amazing way right now, and it's good to see her doing it right here in the lovely Las Vegas. I mean, you know, like I said, you got a player like that, and she's a very efficient player, self-controlled. You don't have to monitor anything like that. That's the type of players you want to see, right? You ain't got a babysitter, nothing like that. She's going to do her job. She's going to make sure she's there and leading her team. I say right now she's got to be, like you say, the GOAT, one of the best players in women's basketball right now. It's mandatory we start putting her in that conversation. Shout out to Becky Hammond for constantly putting her in good situations and that team around her. So many great players with her. Makes it a little bit easier for her to work, which is great. Every great player needs some extra players with them that's going to keep pushing them along, keep that team on top, keep everybody motivated.
You know what it is? She holds them accountable.
Yeah, it is.
But she holds them accountable, like we said in 2 shows ago, when they were losing, remember?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it.
They had that talk.
She just went and when the locker room was like, you know what, you guys evaluate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, they turned it around.
Come on.
They turned it around.
Well, it's also the fact that basically on and off the court, she basically holds herself to a higher standard. The woman is loved in all aspects from what I can see of her. Don't know her personally and all that, but the woman is fabulous. Would love to meet her one day.
Yeah.
And the girl is a true baller at the end of the day.
True baller. And one thing I found out, her favorite shot is the elbow shot.
Mm-hmm.
She liked that elbow shot. Ain't like that she out there cranking out threes and stuff like that. But as I was watching her, she'll get a little bit under the free throw line. She likes to rock her elbow. And then if you come on her, she blow right by you for the layup. I was like, she looked like a guard.
Yes, she do.
And she looked like she's on a mission. So look forward, keep supporting our Las Vegas Aces. Remember, this is history. Like, it's history with the Thou Wow, with the 1,000 points. But it is history on this three-peat.
Wouldn't it be herstory?
Oh, Disco Baller. You always got a dime to drop on me. How you doing, mama?
I know it's getting intro us public. We got to keep this a conversation. It's just been fabulous. And I'm having a ball. All pun intended. Sitting here listening and watching. Keep on going, boys. Keep on going.
That's Barry the Bear. One Leg Willie.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I like to get voted a public, but the conversation is so wonderful that I'm just going with it. Yeah.
Oh, Willie, your Raiders won. I forgot to even talk about that, about you. And how do you feel about that?
Boys, baby, all the way.
Hey, One Leg Willie, watch yourself.
These guys are crazy.
And Plasma Pete.
Hello, everyone. This is so exciting. Like Disco said, I'm having a ball. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Pun intended.
And we got a new character want to bring in. That's Marty the Martian. We got to get him converted. And Olivia.
I got nothing to say, Al. You locked me in a box 2 weeks ago. I'm still on the sidelines.
So we've got another recap we're going to do. This is an incredible game. We got a few microseconds to do it. But it's easy because we talked about it, right? Florida State, Jamie, Bobby, Florida State paid Memphis to come and play them. What did Memphis do? Went in there and beat them 20-12. What's up with that? Major upset. Florida State 0-3.
Trash.
That's what he said last week.
The juice.
My man said, the juju, Bobby J say the juice is bad,
Come
the
on.
milk is spoiled, and throw out the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? We have a second segment coming to you.
We got to close this out. We got Bonafied coming. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we will be back to you in 2 and 2. Come back to the show. And thank you so much for tuning back in to 702 Sports on the Sideline. Produced and created by Creation for Cause and proud partners of Clark County School District and BGC Sports Network. Yeah. And now I'm here for the second segment. But guess what? Here's my lovely producer, Anise.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Anise, 702 Sports on the Sidelines. Yay! Thanks for having me, guys.
And my main man, 50 grand, T-Bone Bonafied.
Yeah.
What it do?
From CNC Productions.
Yes.
What does that CNC mean, good brother?
Cultures Network Connections.
Yeah,
Yes.
welcome to the show,
He's bringing the
Bonafied.
702 culture to his business. And I want to thank you so much. I've known this good brother since the 80s. I was a freshman. He was a senior. He's always taken me up underneath his wing, and I always kept my storms very quiet. And I thank you so much, brother, for that.
Man, you know what
Love
it
you so
is.
much for
Much
that.
appreciated.
Family over everything. Hey.
We reunited with
Says.
each other this summer, and it's just been beautiful since, and it's going to be beautiful.
Man.
God's going to make it real beautiful and make this grow.
We met Bonafied last year
yeah.
through DJ Memphis Hollywood
that's
at
right.
one of the events, and then
Faith.
Bonafied joined us at the Best Buddies Friendship Walk on May 13th. We had a blast with the show. He helped bring over all these amazing guests. He spoke for the show, and then he became part of the family. And it's so amazing that he's come back for season 2 to help us out with everything. So make sure to follow him and us on social media, guys. Like, share, follow all the platforms from YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're on Spotify. We are on iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google, you name it.
No excuses.
No excuses. Make sure you follow us, like us. We want to keep this going in the community. And last week, we were at the Down Syndrome Organization of Southern Nevada, and it was just an incredible episode, wasn't it, Al?
It was awesome. You know, Peter, Sophia, Belinda, Whittingham, and Mark Lenore, their friend. Mark Lenore.
Yeah, big basketball player.
I mean, Mr. Basketball, really? Out of Indiana. We had a Mr. Basketball from Indiana on our show.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely incredible. They the week prior, we got to go with Riley and do a painting class. She made a Rembrandt, basically this gorgeous flower vase. They've got painting classes over there. They have a sports activity program. They sponsorship program. They have a technology program. They teach them computers. And it's just a really fun-loving, family-style organization where you just walk in the doors and the energy is high. Everybody's smiling, and you just feel part of it. And the joyous part is, as we met at the Friendship Walk for Best Buddies last year, the Buddy Walk is happening on October 20th at Town Square at 8 a.m. So if you guys hear this, get on to Down Syndrome Organization of Southern Nevada's website, check it out, register, and join the activities. It's going to be, like I said, at Town Square. They're going to have superhero costumes. They're going to have dance performances by the Straight Up Dance Abilities dance team, the Down Syndrome Organizations of Southern Nevada's dance team. They're going to have a jump house. They're going to have a lot of fun activities over there. And unfortunately, I'm going to be working, but maybe you gentlemen can show up.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
You know we're going to represent.
We'll be there.
And look, if I can, I'll have to jump in and at the perfect time, because that's, again, why I had to join the team and not just be behind the scenes, but a part of building funds, sponsorships, bringing attention, awareness to what's going on, what you guys do. Man, I had an amazing time at the Friendship Walk.
Yeah, we
not
love
only
you,
the
man.
kids with Down syndrome, but their parents, everybody, the hospitality, bananas, the talent, the walk itself. And you would think in Vegas, on a hot Vegas, it was like 3 days after my birthday, May 13th.
It was super hot that day.
It was hundreds.
Yeah.
I want to say 1,000.
I think it was like
It seemed like
113,
1,000.
but maybe I'm making that up.
No,
it was
but
pretty hot.
No, well, I'm not even talking about the weather. I'm talking about the amount of people.
Oh, the amount of
that
people.
showed
Oh,
up.
yeah. No,
Hundreds
it
of
was,
people.
it was
the
amazing.
coverage that you guys did, the support, the giveaways. I mean, I got to cover some of that, what you guys did, and I'm actually grateful to be a part of the team.
Right.
Oh,
know
thank
what
you,
I mean? You
Bonafied.
guys are some amazing folks.
That really means a lot.
Impactful folks. And in the community, the world needs to know not only about the resources that you're talking about now and activities that's out there, but the impact that you guys are making by putting this information out there.
Thank you. That means a lot. It's important, guys, to go out into the community and do service and help those that don't have a voice or maybe don't know that they have a voice. And help facilitate that. It's one of the reasons Creation for Cause got started. And when we started this sports show last year, it was mainly with the mission of bringing people together with sports and inclusion and having the community, giving the community a platform to talk about what they're doing, how everybody can get interactive and promote one another. And that's really what we're about. And next week is exciting because we get to go to Dig It Coffee. We're going to be over there with Taylor, the founder and the CEO and a barista. And we're going to be talking about what Dig It does for the community and the Garden Foundation. And how inclusive living is what it's about. Everybody has a skill. Everybody has a place on this planet. Nobody is above anybody else. And when you meet somebody with a special ability and you help bring out that glow inside of them, your world flips with theirs, and everything just becomes so much bigger and better around you. And we want to show that with this show. And that's what these guys help do every week. And just having you guys come on and talk about what you guys do in the community and how people can get involved with your businesses and how important the small business is, and how important the coaching is, and how important it is to market these talents, and how important it is to have a voice for these talents, and how important it is to film these talents and all of that amazing stuff. So yeah, guys, I'm super appreciative of that. And what do you think? We got a good season coming up?
I mean, we do. I don't know if I want to crack the egg and put it in the skillet yet and let them know what we got going. You're my lovely producer.
Which part?
So can I let them know what's coming up? You tell me.
All right, we have some surprise episodes with CCSD. We do have a partnership with CCSD.
Clark County School District.
Yeah, so we will be advertising our show in 363 schools around town. That's 300,000 students, 15,000 teachers and their families with the message of inclusion. We hope to bring this school further into the school district and make it part of the curriculum next year. So we're starting with 4 episodes. We're going to be highlighting a student with special abilities in the community that is going above and beyond. And we're gonna be surprising them with this episode. So stay tuned for that. We're not gonna give too many details. We're not giving any names. We're not giving any locations. But we are gonna be shooting our first episode. Well, it was gonna be October 15th, but we have a meeting this afternoon. It may change by a couple days.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
And on the other side, we will, like last year, be at the 67th annual College Football Award Show. Remember when we did that?
Yeah.
At the Aria. We were there. I got a chance to meet and talk to Dwight Freeney, my guy, my ultimate football player, Tim Tebow. Got a chance to talk to him. Dwight Freeney, Brian Westbrook, LaMichael James. This year, I'm really interested in Coach Kramer.
We love you.
The oldest college football coach.
He was amazing.
In Michigan.
And
Incredible.
Such a gentleman. Such a gentleman.
He said it was just about the kids, right? And I almost wanted to reach over and hug him, but I probably would have broke him. I was just like so touched. But the 67th annual College Football Award Show will be. That's early December. Don't have a date to be announced. But on the other side of that, we have soon to be Mayor Shelley Berkeley. Woo! Yes! The mayor! We're giving you a piece of the political pie here in Las Vegas. Anise, Big Al, Mayor Berkeley. A piece of the political pie. It's coming to you. So get your silverware and get your plates ready.
Yes,
because it's coming political 702 style.
We're not getting political. We're actually going to be joining Shelley and
highlighting
her school and a student
Middle School
and all the amazing achievements that school has brought to the community. We also have Opportunity Village coming up, Sports Social, Halloween Maze, Las Vegas. Oh my gosh, we have so many amazing organizations.
The Haunted House.
Yeah, That's Halloween Maze, Las
Wow.
Vegas. That's going to be coming up on October 1st. We're going to be shooting that episode to air the following weekend. And oh my gosh, we have Gigi's Playhouse coming up. We have Street Dogs. We have the Wash Foundation Care Complex. So stay tuned, guys. We have a ton of amazing organizations that give back to this amazing city we
And
live
we have
in.
athletes too.
And we have athletes.
We've got some athletes that are coming, but we'll just let you know as you tune into the show.
athletes,
right.
comedians,
As you tune
actors.
into the show,
Yep.
we will have surprise athletes. So here at 702 Sports, it's all about inclusion.
It is.
Right? Inclusion and these goosebumps I got right here. Look at
Nobody
that.
gets left
All
behind,
these
guys.
goosebumps
Nobody
because
gets
there's
left behind.
so much that we have. No one's getting left behind. Pick what you want. Community, kids, sports. It's just a barrage of gumbo
Puppets.
over here. A barrage of what's in the gumbo. But look, we have to wrap this up. We're coming for our third segment, and that's NFL preview and NCAA preview. And there's my guy there, Keith. Wave to everybody. That is Kool Keith.
What's up, Keith?
Kool Keith, the man has so much knowledge. He's got 40 years of knowledge. I got to get in his head. We got to get in his head. Come back to the show.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Charge! And welcome back to 702 Sports on the Sideline. Producer created by Creation for Cause and proud partners of Clark County School District and BGC Sports Network out of Dallas and Oklahoma. So now we are here for the NFL preview and the NCAA preview. Got my special guest, my guy Kool Keith.
How you doing? How you doing?
The man is filled with knowledge. But let's first start off with a slight recap of a game, Keith, that I'm going to go from last week and bring it over to this week.
Okay.
Tulane and Oklahoma. Okay, Oklahoma 3-0, right? Tulane was 2-1, right? So I talk about that game because Oklahoma seemed like they haven't skipped a beat, right? With Lincoln Riley leaving, they're scoring points. But now they have got the ultimate contest, SEC Big 12. Keith, talk about this game. I got goosebumps on my arm. It is Oklahoma and Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Tennessee is going to take them. I really believe that. I think
Wow.
it's a little different animal when you're going up against a SEC team. And Tennessee's, it's kind of like the other game that's on the board with Michigan, USC. They give it 6 points, Michigan at home. That's a
I thought about
physical
that.
team. Michigan, their defense is nasty. So when you're gonna go at Michigan and you're laying 6 points, I'm
But
gonna
what
take.
about that? But what about quarterback Davis Warren? 6 interceptions in 3 games. He gets benched. The Michigan quarterback's benched, and now they're going with a running quarterback by the name of Alex Ogie. Right.
Yep.
And the guy can really run with his feet. But I asked myself, when USC, we talked about it, fellas, right? When USC beat LSU,
Right.
I'm sold on that. Like if you can beat a SEC team,
Right.
it'll be such a big letdown, Keith.
Right.
If USC loses to Michigan, especially with a backup quarterback, I'm leaning towards USC. Coach Bobby J, what you think, man?
I'd have to say I'm leaning USC too. They like you say, they got that big win against the SEC early. That's usually a sign of like you say, physicality and productivity. We'll say. So I mean, I had to lean the Trojans this week.
Jamie.
Fight on. Fight on.
There
Fight
it
on.
is.
Fight on. Go
Jamie
USC.
was at that game, that USC LSU game. He's seen USC live.
Fight on. Let's go. Let's get it, Trojans.
And this is a big game, too, because USC's ranked 11th and Michigan's ranked 18th. Tennessee is ranked 6th and Oklahoma is ranked 15th. So we're talking about rankings. Let's go ahead and talk about that. But, here's another great game. Undefeated teams. Utah at Oak State. I've been favoring Oak State all year. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago, Keith, when I had Oak State pulled out that victory at home. And now Utah, I think different beast, Mountain West beast, getting ready to go over to a Big 12 powerhouse in Stillwater. I like Oak State, the Oak State Cowboys. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, Utah State's quarterback's banged up.
Oh.
Yeah, remember last week he came back rising, but they're going to Oklahoma State, which runs the ball really good, and Utah they're not great on the run. So, yeah, I'll favor Oklahoma.
You hear that?
Oklahoma State.
He said it. We tapped into the brain, and he said two things. Utah's quarterback is banged up, and Oklahoma State is awesome running the ball.
Right.
And we know about running the ball, right? Let's talk about running the ball. Let's just slide on over to the Cowboys, and I don't want to say anything bad about it, but just like the Ravens not running the horse, the Cowboys have problems stopping the run. And that is the main reason. I rock Cowboy Nation, okay, but they have got to do something about stopping the run. That's why Green Bay beat them at home, right, in the playoffs. Yeah. And another reason why they got throttled. I'm sorry about who? Who that? Who that gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Not
who
Dallas.
that? I had to pull this jersey out of my closet, and I haven't worn it in about 2 years, but I rocked the Saints, right, because of Katrina. My heart went out for them. But when you score 93 points in 2 games, Keith, 93 points in 2 games, so it's just like I really thought the Cowboys was going to win,
Right.
But they have problems with West Coast teams that run the West Coast offense.
Well, what does that say about the Raiders, judging talent? They got rid of Derek Carr, right? Is he done?
That's right. He's not done.
Yeah.
He's not done. That fitted.
Well, what does that say about them?
You're right.
Judging talent. I mean, the guy's the best quarterback in the league right now.
That's right.
You can't say. It's only 2 games, of course, but
right
now he is the best quarterback in the league.
And he's with a good system, too.
Good system.
Good system.
Great running back.
Come on.
Great running back. All those issues that Kamara had, gone.
No,
That's right.
Gone.
He's
So,
just playing football now.
Looking at that game, don't get me wrong. There's going to be a great game coming up, previewing this game. Ravens, 0-2 Ravens, come to Jerry's world, come to the Cowboys. Ravens run the ball. They know they messed up losing the game. Who's going to win the game? I don't know, but the ultimate Raven fan is right here.
We do know who's going to win.
Yeah.
The Ravens have no choice. Lamar loses this game, he might as well go ahead and start packing.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Raiders can get a new quarterback.
Wow. Because Herm Edwards of ESPN did say one big thing. It's what you do in the first 4 games that's going to let you know. So I'm not trying to give a cookie to say, hey, the Ravens can afford this loss. I like Lamar Jackson. I haven't bought my Ravens jersey yet, but I'm just trying to see. Let's talk about this game here. The Texans. C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, that man is so good. He donates his check to the people who don't have it, who's had major casualties in their life. Good Christian brother.
Yep.
C.J. Stroud, love you. We talk about you. We rep you over here at 702 Sports. The Texans are at the Vikings. And here's one thing about it. Jordan Jefferson has a quad injury after he caught that 98-yard bomb. Texans come to Minnesota. I like the Texans. I'm rocking with it. If I had $500,000, it'd be going on the Texans this weekend. What do you think about it?
I'm going Texans too. I mean, if they had Justin Jefferson, I might be a little bit more confident about it. But at the end of the day, Texans, they're coming up. They're flying around on defense. The offense looks good. It's the only way I can go. I am a little skeptical because the way the Vikings did the 49ers this past Sunday, threw me off a bit because, you just don't do the 49ers like that. Purdy looked uncomfortable. So it must be something going on that defensive line. Linebackers flying around. So, that kind of makes me raise question a bit. But I'm still riding Texas.
But you know what's weird about one thing about the Texans I learned, fellas? Is that their offensive coordinator, I play football, right? So when you have an offensive coordinator not in the skybox but on the field, on the field, that's huge. And the guy's name's Bobby Slowick. And he's part of the Mike Shanahan tree, which is big. Mike Shanahan, Super Bowl coach Shanahan, his tree, he's on the field. So wherever C.J. Stroud don't see, he see.
Yeah. One thing, though, with the NFL, when it looks too good to be true, it ain't. Look at this week. How can you predict the Vikings beating 49ers, right? Look at all the underdogs. 80% of the underdogs hit this week.
Right, Keith.
With
I
the points,
clocked that. Even with the loss last night,
I
when the Eagles lost.
Oh, my
Falcons
beat It was
my
upset
gosh.
after upset, and it's week to week with the NFL. And if
Right.
you're taking the points, and one thing you can bank with the NFL, and this is statistics, you can come right off the internet, anything you want to see. Rookie quarterbacks starting in the NFL are hitting 10%. That means they win 10% of the game. You only cover 5%. So you take all the rookie quarterbacks for the last 3 years who start. Williams, anybody comes in the league that starts, they're only winning at 10%. They only win the game 10%, but they only cover 5%. So if you're
Wow.
betting against rookie quarterbacks, that
Wow.
means you're hitting 95%.
Wow.
And that's unheard of in sports gambling.
Take
95%.
it, book it, bank it. We got to bank that, Keith.
There goes that knowledge.
Yeah.
NFL, rookie
Come on.
NFL quarterbacks. Go against them.
To win the game, yeah.
Go
10%.
against them. And you know what? Speaking of that, since that underdog came in last night,
Right,
10 out of the 16 games
right.
were dogs winning outright or covering. 10 out of 16. What is that, Keith? You good with numbers?
10 out of 16, that's what?
Go 80, 79, 77%.
Yeah, right around
Right
yeah.
around there. Anything over 55, you win it. Like you cash it
And
with
the
it.
offense
So,
is down. If you look at the NFL, so far 2 weeks, only 2 quarterbacks have thrown over 300 yards.
wow.
Think about that. So what does that mean? That
Wow.
means the unders are hitting, which is going to equal out through the end of the year. Because there have never been a season where the over and unders when you're gambling
Right.
has been like 80%, 20%. It usually evens out. So I'll be watching the overs because they're going
I
to be
had
dropping
one
the
over
lines.
this week,
Yeah.
and I called it. The game went over at halftime. Cowboy Saints.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Like my friend is sitting next to me. He's like, Al, I can't believe you called the over and the over hit at halftime. So guess what? Cowboys, the defense is
Right.
I'm over in the game, and definitely the Saints. 93 points in 2 games. That offense is clicking, and it's on fire. Fire. So let's talk about one more other good game. Packers at Titans. Okay. Now, Will Levis, who came from Kentucky,
Right.
is the quarterback for Tennessee. He has given up 2 games, fellas. When the Titans were beating the Bears, lost the game. They were beating the Jets.
Yeah.
I like the Titans. They lost the game. It's something about him and being very sporadic
Right.
at times, but the Packers are at Tennessee. Tennessee's favored by 3. We all know Love is out, but
Right.
Malik Willis,
Yeah.
talk about it from Liberty.
Man, that guy, he's a stud. He gets in, like I say, we'll say in a quick situation, he comes out, coaches got the right things drew up for him, and like I say, the guys around him are supporting him. And of course, their defense, they always come around and give him an extra chance to keep making plays.
That's right.
And like I say, that's a guy that's very underrated, Malik Willis. He could run the ball, he could pass the ball very well. And like I said, I don't think they lose a beat with
Me
him.
neither.
I actually
neither.
like the Packers coach. I think
Yeah.
basically he's a underrated type of coach that basically doesn't get a lot of the headlines. I think he was good when Rodgers was there. I just think he's just tremendous. I actually think Rodgers is washed up, to tell you the truth. But I think the coach is what basically keeps Green Bay functioning and winning games.
I mean, like you said, though, Titans should be 2-0, right?
Yup.
Okay, you look at last game when the Colts played the Packers, right? I mean, Packers had 148 yards throwing the ball. I mean, they won because they had a good game plan. They ran the ball, and Indianapolis didn't do anything on offense. Absolutely nothing. So, I mean, that's going to be a tough game. You know, Tennessee's played really well, and they're 0-2. It's kind of like Baltimore. They played 2 tough games. They're 0-2. I mean, at the end of the season, they're not going to, be 0-15. It all evens out at the end. So I'd be careful in that game.
Baltimore's yet to have a good game, though.
Yes.
So that's
Right.
been the problem.
I mean, they played decent against Kansas City. I
Decent
thought.
don't
Yeah.
win games.
Right. No, true story, yeah.
So here it is. We got a great Sunday night game, guys. And it has a lot of my fantasy players on there. I didn't know it's the Chiefs at the Falcons, right? And Pacheco, my guy Pacheco,
Got hurt.
broke fibula,
Yeah.
out
wow.
6 to 8 weeks. He
Fair
runs
enough.
hard.
Yeah, he
When I
does.
sat down on my recliner, I said,
He
"Man."
runs angry.
I said, he runs angry. The
He
guy
does.
broke his fibula. Is he even going to bounce back? But guess what? Guess who the Chiefs picked up? They picked up, Keith, what's the running back that used to be for the Browns? They just let go. Used to be for the Chiefs.
Kareem Hunt, is that it?
Kareem
Yeah,
Hunt.
yeah, they did.
Welcome
Yeah,
back
sure did.
home, Kareem Hunt.
They sure
Ready,
did.
Bob,
Yes,
okay?
they sure did.
Kareem Hunt, they just signed, just going through the motions. The guy was a all-pro running back,
Yeah.
right? Just kind of was with the Chiefs,
They let him go. He went to the Browns. They let him go, but we know what the Browns are doing. Right? So now he's back home with KC. KC at the Falcons. Falcons, major upset on Monday night. Pacheco's not there. Can the Chiefs still keep on ticking? What do you think, Keith?
Have Patrick Mahomes.
That's right.
I mean, the same thing when you had Tom Brady. They just win games. They win games. When you don't think they're going to win games and they're down, or they're down by 3 points and they got the ball with a minute to go, they're just going to win the game. Now, covering the spread's a different story, but they're going to win the game.
Bobby J?
I'm right there with Keith. They're going to win games. Like you said, they got good coaching, they got good offense, the defense. And coming off the year they had last year where they started off a bit slow, it looked like they're looking to make up for that and start this year off strong, going into that three-peat.
I also like the Chiefs, too. I mean, the Chiefs' offense. As long as the offensive line is healthy, right, I think the Chiefs are going to be fine. Running back by committee, Kareem Hunt is coming back home. He's good. He's a 1,000-yard back. Jamie, what do you think?
I actually like the Chiefs myself. Don't trust Cousins. Never have.
Thank you.
He's not reliable. Falcons, I take this. Let's say another L for y'all.
I mean, we don't want to take too much from Cousins. Cousins did drive down with a minute 40, right, and just tore my little ticket to shreds, right, with a minute 43, 5 passes. Right. But you know what? That's the Eagles for you.
Right.
And that's the Eagles it just reminded me from last year's Eagle team that here it is, when you don't jump out on the team, I know Saquon Barkley missed that major 3rd and 5 catch at the 15-yard line. When I seen that happen, I said too much time. Kirk Cousins will be a definite momentum. But Mooney, the wide receiver, I didn't think they got. They got Mooney from the Giants. So, I mean, I'm like, oh, man, Mooney scored early in the game and came back and was a big key cog of that drive. Right. So, Eagle defense, get it together. Stop eating all them Philly cheesesteaks and get the defense together. All right. But, look, we got to wrap this show up. We don't? Oh, my lovely producer said we got 5 on it. Yeah. I got 5 on it. So let's go ahead and talk some more. Let's talk about. There you go. We got 4 minutes. Let's talk about the Texas team for our BGC Sports Network fans out there in Texas. Let's talk about that. UTSA played Texas. Yeah. Texas beat them 56-7. What's impressive, like all of America, we have been waiting to see if Ewers go down. But we ain't been waiting to see that. But what we've been waiting is to see the backup quarterback come to play.
That's right.
Let me take that back. We're not waiting to see Ewers go down. Ewers, you're still in hunt for the Heisman. Just come on and get back healthy. But I didn't know that Archie Manning had another Manning son. Yeah. So it's 3 sons now, right? 3. This could be Archie Manning's grandson.
That's right.
Correct. Grandson. So here it is. His grandson is playing when Ewers went out. Came in for the time he was in there, went 9 for 12.
Come on.
And 4 touchdowns. 9 out of 12.
Come on.
Keith, you good with numbers? What is that ratio?
That's like
9 out of 12 and 4 touchdowns.
80% right there.
I mean, incredible.
You're talking, and he's been waiting a couple of years, so I mean,
he's still not ready. He's still not ready. He's not better than you. Let's
yeah, I haven't seen enough of him
to
know. And they played, UTCA, which I don't know. I mean, not much defense, but
and if he was better and everything else, the coach wouldn't have him sitting behind him.
Yeah,
especially with all
you wouldn't
that,
think so, right?
Too much Manning names,
right?
You're not getting away with that,
right?
And Coach Sarkisian, he knows what he does. He's an offensive coach,
correct?
Like and I think he was just buying, on house money,
right?
You got Ewers. Ewers been there. Let Ewers run this thing. Now Ewers likely got hurt. Now Manning can come in. And 4 touchdowns, 9 out of 12, you ain't skipping a beat with that.
No.
Now my eyes is wide open now to see who Texas is playing every week. Because I want to see this young kid shine. Now, let's talk about a preview game, which is a great 3-0 versus 3-0 team. That would be Kansas State, undefeated.
Right.
At BYU, a night game.
Right,
in Provo, Utah, where the altitude is extremely difficult. What do you think about it, Jamie?
I like Kansas. I like Kansas.
Wow.
I like Kansas. I do.
Okay.
BYU, they're right there. They're our neighbors. They're a good team and all that. Respect them, but I like Kansas. I think Kansas State is a physical team. I just want to know, Keith,
can Kansas State, can BYU match? Because BYU's physical.
Correct.
Can they match the physicality? You know what I mean?
This year,
can they match it?
This year, BYU's defense is different than what they normally have. They're really physical. If you watch last week's game in a rivalry game against Wyoming, when usually the underdog has covered that game 75%, BYU's just manhandled. I mean,
I watched that game.
Yeah, their defense is really, really strong. K-State, I'm not too sure. They played Tulane. They haven't really played good this year. So, they're not. Their quarterback is not like the quarterback they had in the past, where the guy could run for 150 yards and throw for 300.
Right.
This quarterback here is a different. It's his first year. So, at BYU in that environment, I'm leaning BYU.
I'm leaning BYU too, Keith. When I first seen it last night on my couch, I was like, home dog. I was like, and you really solidified it. When you play Tulane is not BYU.
No.
And then Provo night game, they get up for that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Coach Bobby J?
Hey, I think y'all hit it on the head. I'm going to have to go with Keith on that one. With that environment BYU has, I'm big on coach, and I love that coach over there. And you can be sure these guys will be prepared as well. I don't think Kansas State goes into BYU. It should be a good game to watch, a great game to watch, but at the end of the day, I got BYU.
Well, I want to make sure we got this correct. I am not taking Kansas to win. I'm just taking the points.
Okay.
I'm taking the points.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing there.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. But look, what makes a lot of sense is this. We got to go.
Yeah.
But I just want to let you know, us at 702, my main man Bonafied right here, CNC Production. We love you guys. Please join us on all the platforms that we are there. We're on all the platforms. And come back to the show. 702. Keep it true.
Yes, indeed.